All right, just kind of sitting here thinking back on my time, and Paul, let's take a look again. As we look inside, and there I am in the orange jumpsuit. And I don't want to trivialize this experience. We as a network went behind bars every show, and Nancy Grace, my friend and colleague, led the way. But as I sit here and think about this, and I was not in that long, and part of what we did, we talked about the food, but food is a sustenance. Food is big. When you go visit relatives, I'm going to use kind of a funny example. Well, what happens? You eat breakfast, and before breakfast is even over, the conversation begins. What are we having for dinner? And everything revolves around food. Now imagine being on the inside. And again, here I am being booked here. And now, what keeps you going? What do you have to look forward to? And for some of the inmates we talked to, it was food. And we're finding out, some of the different recipes they concoct just for something to do. But bigger than that, and again, not to trivialize this, is the experience of being inside. To hear the sound of that door locked. And it isn't. And I think walking in, I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be kind of like the Andy Griffith show. And it's going to be bars. And I'm going to be clinking the tin can. And there's going to be Barney locking me up. And Otis is going to be in the cell next to me. It is a closed door. And it gets claustrophobic really fast. And as I said on air, and I say it now, my freedom was gone. And you take for granted, and I take for granted, that just being able to go home, to drive home and smell the fresh air and see the sights and see my family, my wife and kids, and to think that I would be separated from them from any amount of time because of something I did, those are the things that stick. And not just for a day or a week, but for some of these folks, it's years. For some, it's a lifetime. And those are the things that stick with me as we went behind bars, me and my team, and we as a network went behind bars. Those are the lasting comments. Those are the things that I'll think about. And I'll tell my boys, you want to stay in the straight and narrow because you don't want to go in.